Hey there, Night Stalkers. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a hard combat, and I wanted to show this one because things broke very well for me. I just started round two. Well, it's the start of my turn on round two. Round one, all I did, as you can see, is I moved my troops forward, which was exactly as far as they could go. Normally, I like to try to move all my troops either, excuse me, I move my troops either all the way up as far as I can or all the way down. But you see in this one, I didn't really do that. I just moved them all straight forward, except for this guy who I positioned near the bush. Since I do have some Nubian archers I'm going to be fighting against, the bushes can be advantageous. Um, but the reason I wanted to show this is because I wanted to look and show exactly what my thought process is, and this one just ended up being a perfect one for it. So like, if you look at this guy right here, you can see he cannot move very far or attack very far. He can get to about here-ish, right? If you look, when I hover over him, this area will be grayed out. But that means that this spot is safe. And from this spot, I can easily reach these two with my attacks. But you'll look, this guy also cannot reach this spot. And this poor guy over here, the only one he can even reach anyway, is this guy. But since he can only move to here, he can't get adjacent, meaning he can't attack me if I'm in that bush. So my guy here will be safe in that bush, and from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can hit either one of those enemies. So, and since this guy currently cannot reach anyone, as long as I don't move anyone forward, he won't be able to attack. This guy, I just have to be sure not to move any of my people more than 2 spaces forward, because if you look, his range is in this area here that Nubian archers was. So as long as I don't move anyone forward 2 squares, we're good for him. And to avoid this guy, he can only currently reach 2 of my guys, this one and this one, but as we were showing, this is a perfectly safe square. So I'm going to be able to attack these 2, and these 4 will not be able to reach me. And the math on this, since I'm doing 3 to 5 damage against both of them, even if it takes me 4 hits on all of them, I don't care. I'm going to be able to kill both of those war chariots, and none of the other 4 are going to be able to reach me. So I'm going to start by, like what I said, if we look at this guy, this was a safe spot. And I'll go ahead and attack the one that's a little bit farther out. And now, beginning here, I really don't care where I put my people, per se, because next round I'm going to have it pretty sweet. You know, going 8 on 4. But I do like to... I could get in that bush. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and... Do I really want that bush? They'll probably go in there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to put my guy in the bush. These guys can't reach me because if I'm in the bush, I'm immune to distance attacks. So they would have to be adjacent to me, and he can only run to like here, so he can't reach me, this guy, and this guy can only run to here. So if I run to here, nobody can attack me with a ranged attack, so I'm still good. Alright, just making sure. And if you see, his range was to here-ish. So I'm going to go ahead and okay. And I'm just looking to see if this square is safe. He cannot reach it. As you can see, his max range is to here, and his max range is to here. and this guy can't even make it that far, and he can't either. So this is a perfectly safe square. So I'm going to go ahead and move him into it. And that's kind of what I figured would happen right here. And that's a good thing for me. They move forward a little bit, but they place themselves in the bush. And that's part of my logic for why I wanted to move these guys here, is now their Nubians are afraid to move forward because they're afraid they'll get killed. But what's going to happen is the chariots are going to come forward even farther, and I'm probably going to be able to back up just a little bit, kill the two chariots. Then they will have no targets, so they'll push forward as far as they can, and I'll wipe up. And I bet I'm going to be able to do this without taking any damage. But now I have to move my guy that's currently active right here. I have to move him, because if I just ended his turn, the next turn this guy would move forward and shoot him. So not a big deal. I just got to make sure I don't place him somewhere that this war chariot can reach. I'm going to go ahead and move him up to there. Alright, so now I just got to make sure. See, the farthest that he can reach and attack is to this line. So I'm currently behind it. If you look, so he can reach everything in this kind of vicinity. But I'm not currently in that. I'm one space behind it. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not going to move this guy, because he's in a bush. You have to be adjacent to be able to harm him, and yeah, that's not going to happen because these two war chariots are going to die. These guys can only move forward to like here and here, so they can't get adjacent to him. So as long as my guy stays in the bush, he is perfectly fine. So now it's just a matter of which one do I want to target. I may be making the wrong choice here, but I'll go with that one. Alright, and if we look, I'm safe on this row. It's this row where they can reach. So I'm going to stay on this row some. Just double checking. Yep. See, I'm constantly looking to see where that grayed out row is. So I'll just come down here, take a pot shot. I could move forward to attack that guy, but why? Alright, so this guy's safe where he's at. So let's go ahead and move down just a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is to give room on this line for these guys to come and shoot at him in case it's needed, and it is not needed.
1 second.
Alright, and I took everyone off that line, and now they did what they had to do, and they moved forward because they couldn't reach anybody. So now the only guy left is this one. So as long as I don't move forward, now I could, you know, if he had backed up a square, then I would have had to move forward 2 spaces to hit him, and then he could have attacked me, and I wouldn't have done that. But I can safely do it, so there we go. So there was my hard battle, taking no damage. Now I've just got to mop up on these 3 guys. Not a problem. As you see, I'm not going to be able to move very far forward. Looks like I can move forward 1 square. He literally cannot move forward at all. And this is the general layout that you will get when it comes to this. Once again, I got off very easy. This guy hung back, so there's no way he can reach any of my troops. So I'm just going to quickly mop up these 3 since he can't reach me anyway. He's going to get into that bush and think it does something, and it won't. So I'm just going to skip my turn really quickly. Oh, he didn't go in the bush. So what he did is he nudged forward in a very annoying way. So I can shoot at him with 2 of my troops. I know this. because he can currently shoot at 2 of my troops. So that means that 2 of mine can shoot at his. And on 4 to 6 damage, yeah, I mean, I should, on average, kill him. But I'm not going to take that risk of me doing like 4 damage and then 5 damage and then him getting a free shot on me. So I'm instead going to finish this hard combat perfectly, taking no damage. Oh, that jerk. So you know what? I can get into a bush too. Uh-oh. I think I made a boo-boo. Okay, that jerk. I'm going to take a little bit of damage because I didn't see that bush and I blew it. Alright, well, always the Nubians in a bush in the final round that get a little bit of damage on me. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys because things broke perfectly for me. That is not the way that it will typically happen, but you know, I try to force that as much as I can.